Hey guys, it's your tax BFF again, and I want to introduce this video to you. Is $50,000 a lot of money? And I'm talking gross versus net income. Be sure to like and subscribe and drop some comments. I love talking. Let's communicate, let's connect, and join me every Friday for a new drop. So I wanted to use this video as a piece of content for my new followers to just introducing myself. I'm Jenni Hendrix. I am the owner of a full service tax and accounting firm, Tax Team Services. I specialize in small businesses, helping them scale, budget, organize their finances, and get their lives together. I've seen some new followers, wanted to make sure that I had that introduction just to kind of give you a little bit about my background. I focus mainly on taxes. That's my bread and butter. So individual and small business tax returns, tax savings, tax planning, how taxes affect your net income, which we're going to talk about today. So today it was just funny. I came across this post. It was like talking about $100,000. Is that a lot of money? And it was a lot of back and forth. And then just yesterday, I was with some influencers, some business owners, and we got to talking about, is $50K a lot of money? And so I put it in my story. Of course, the vast majority of people said, absolutely not. 50K is not a lot of money. So I just want to dive into it. Keep it fun, keep it fresh, give you guys a couple tips, drop a couple gems on you today. I had a little bit of time. If you have any questions, if you want to start getting in the comment section right now, why you think 50K is not a lot of money or why you think that it can be a lot of money, let's talk about it. I'll get started right at one, but the discussion about money is so interesting to me. It intrigues me in so many different ways. The people who talk the most about money oftentimes ain't got none. And they change the perspective for all of the other people that are following them that think they got it going on. And really that money mindset thing, you don't realize how influential just your background or your upbringing is. How your parents dealt with money. Did you hear a lot of people arguing about the bills? Did you hear a lot of, money don't grow on trees, or do you got McDonald's money? All of those things really play a huge role into our relationship with money, how we spend money, how we use money, how we are influenced by people who talk about money. All of that is a money mindset. And I thought that 50K or even 100K, this could easily be, is 100K a lot of money. Both of those amounts of money you often think about as being either a goal you set in the beginning or the bare minimum. Like, okay, I'd die if I made that amount of money. So I just kind of want to dive into it. Drop in the comments. I would love to see what the perspective is of everybody that's on. Do you think it's a lot of money or can it be? So the first thing I want to talk about and just kind of educate you, because I need you to make sure that you know before we dive in, gross versus net. Gross is how much total income you got coming into your business. Gross is how much your salary is at your W-2 position. It is everything that you're supposed to receive, right? Net is what you actually got in your pockets. That means after the W-2 takes out the taxes and, all of the different healthcare deductions and all of that stuff, what do you bring home? In business, your net is everything that you did not deduct. So it's your overhead, it's your healthcare, it's your taxes, it's your employees, it's everything that you have to deduct and then what you can bring home. I'm talking about that net, okay? So Ray said 200 ain't even enough anymore. 200,000 ain't even enough. So we're gonna talk about it. I love that. Keep on in the comments. Like, do you think 50K is a lot, or can it be, or absolutely not? You know, like you dead broke or whatever. But I wanted you to know the difference between the gross and the net, just to have perspective on where we're gonna go next. Because if you talking about 50K gross, then shut the whole live down. No, it's not enough money. Yes, it's all bad. It can be. 50K gross can be huge, okay? But let's back it on up. I mentioned business and W-2 because I think that this is the misconception of everybody's perspective nowadays. Everybody has a side hustle. Everybody is like really into, you know, starting a business, and they think they glorify these business owners who are taking these trips and they seemingly have all of this money. It seems like it's so easy just to be an entrepreneur and live your best life. But we also look down on individuals who are working, okay? So let's get this out the way really quickly. The biggest difference between 50K and a W-2 versus in your business is that 50K and a W-2, all you really have are your taxes withheld, taken out. Typically, you have some type of fringe benefits package where your employer is paying your health care, or at least a large portion of it. They're doing some type of 401k match, helping you contribute to your IRA. They provide some paid days off and paid leave, holiday pay. All of this stuff goes into your W-2 income. And only thing really coming out is your taxes and maybe something for, you know, your healthcare or IRA contributions. In your business, 50K, you start here, right? You've made 50K in services and products. Now you got any contractors or employees under you. You got any rent, lease, you know, utility payments underneath you. You got whatever software you need to carry out your service, whatever raw materials you need to build out your product. You have your taxes. You have your full health care. You have any contributions to your IRA not being matched. You have all of these things coming out of your income before you even get to see the fruits of your labor for real, okay? What I just said is that someone making 50K on a W-2 can very easily be bringing home more money than someone who's making 50K in their business. So just want to throw that out there because a lot of you think that, I won't even say a lot, the perception of our reality right now as a community, as everybody that's on IG, is we glorify those who are seemingly making money easily, right? We glorify business owners. We glorify entrepreneurs. And I've even seen people quit their 50K job in order to make 50K in their business and not bring home the same amount of money. It perplexes me. I don't understand it. And I am a business owner, and I can't. I don't know what it is with this easy money mentality, or this I just take trips and money just falls out of the sky on me mentality. It is not the reality in entrepreneurship. So business 50K versus W-2 50K, very different. And that W-2 50K may actually come out to being more money in your pocket. So now let's break it down even a little bit more. I'm going to throw out some numbers. They're going to be, you know, some of you are going to be like, I could never live like that. And some of you are going to be like, wow, I could live like that. And let's dive into this thing. So $900 in a mortgage. I'm saying mortgage because we need to be trying to get out here and own something instead of continuously renting when the rental market is outrageous. But $900 mortgage is, you know, roughly somewhere around $150,000 house. Okay. $400 lease, brand new car, 2022, may not be, you know, the flashiest, may not be foreign, but you can get a lease for $400, right? So brand new car, we ain't talking about no hoopty. We ain't talking about, something that has a whole bunch of repairs and maintenance problems. We talking about brand new off the lot, $400. Utilities, groceries, phone bill, that type of stuff. For this type of income, we're going to say somewhere around $300. And the kids, because everybody got a kid now. We're going to say at least somewhere around $500 a month. So altogether, that's about $2,100. And that comes out to like $25,200 for the year. Okay. So that's $25,000 for the year. You can live in a house that you are mortgaging to own. You could be driving a brand new car. You're taking care of your kids and you're taking care of your household responsibilities. So that's half of the money that you had coming out. Okay. The other $25,000, you got to think about taxes. Taxes on $50,000 is somewhere around $6,700 for federal, right? So let's just call it an even 10, just to keep the numbers real easy for us. We're at $15,000 left. $15,000 for luxuries, for lifestyle, for investing, for saving each year with this amount of money. So a lot of you are like, what? How? 50K? I made more than that and I still don't have $10,000 to $15,000 to invest and save. And I challenge you with, do you have a budget? Do you even know what you're spending on? Are you spending more every time you make a little bit more money? Champagne Ray, we ain't getting no champagne. You making 50,000, okay? Like, are you really thinking about your investments? Are you really thinking about even how much money you're breaking in? More times than not, the more money you make, the more your expenses are. Start to make more money, you get a bigger house. Start to make more money, you get a nicer car. You start to make more money, now you want to take more trips. You want to do things that were different for you from your childhood. You want to provide your kids with the luxuries that you never had. You want to carry a nicer bag. You want to upgrade your wedding ring from 10 years ago. All of that good stuff. All great things, all of the things that come with elevating your income. You work hard for your money. I say benefit from the spoils. I am a huge proponent of that. However, now you just got done making $35,000, you're making $50K, and you're still elevating. You in the same bracket, babe. Like you might want to stay still for a second and make sure that you can pay your bills and live the lifestyle that you want. But so often we're trying to keep up with the Joneses. We're looking at Instagram for our basically for the lifestyle that we think we want or think we can afford or think we have access to. We are glorifying all of the wrong things. We see a big house, we see a sandy beach, and we're like, let's risk it all. Throw it all. Here go all my money. Here it is, because I have to be on that beach, right? I have to have that house. I have to drive that car. I have to be able to post like this in order to appear to be this. And that is the problem. The problem is you don't see the blood, sweat, and tears that goes behind any business owner who is making 50K or more. You making under 50K, you could be chilling. You could be. But you're making 50K or more, you are investing your time, your sanity. You are making sure that you have processes in order. You are employing other people. So you're now being a manager of individuals who will make or break your brand. You transition from W-2 employee to a business owner. You transition everything in your life to winning. Because now if you don't win, you don't eat. Now if you break your leg and can't perform the services for your business or create that product anymore, you don't have any income. Versus at a W-2 position, you got paid leave, you got sick pay, you got health insurance that is covered. All of these things are these fringe benefits that I don't think we have a grasp on as entrepreneur hopefuls, right? We don't think about, oh man, ain't nobody gonna be taking no taxes out of my check. Oh man, I gotta do sales tax, payroll tax, income tax, and more. Like, wait, what? So I posed this question, is 50K a lot of money, to get your wheels turning, right? I know a lot of you just immediately had your perspective right off the bat. And it was all based on where you are in life. Anybody making more than 50K and is still trying to figure out how everybody taking trips every 2 weeks, it's like, heck no, this can't be a lot of money. I don't know what this live is even about. Anybody not making 50K yet and aspiring to get there, it's like, yeah, it is a lot of money. So just right there, the money mindset is it's almost tying your perspective down, and it's affecting the way that you deal with money. So the problem is clear. We're glorifying the wrong things, and we're not really budgeting or organizing our finances in a way that we can set goals to make more money, but in the meantime, utilizing the money that we do make effectively for the lifestyle that we want in the future. So stop living right now. Right now, you make 50K and you're like, I'm taking 3 trips. Why don't you project on making 75K and then use that 25,000 increase to go towards your luxuries, to go towards your trips, to go towards investing more, to go towards eliminating debt, all of these things. But I want to throw out another statistic. So the average or median household income in America is $67,000. So you and your spouse both making $50,000, you're already over the median income, right? And yeah, I say you and your spouse because I don't know about all of y'all, but 2 income households is where it's at. But so now you got 100K. Are we still in this mindset that absolutely not, we can't survive? Absolutely not, we can't live the way that we want to? Absolutely not, we can't invest or have luxuries? That's something that we really need to focus on, especially as a community. We oftentimes have a negative net worth because of the amount of debt that we carry. We oftentimes don't have anything to show for the amount of money that we're making. I just had a client who is doing their taxes late because they are now trying to buy a property and they haven't done their taxes in several years, right? So I'm going through the income and I'm like, wait, how much money did you think you made? And they were like, I know I grow somewhere about 100,000. Each year they've had incremental increases. In this past year alone, they were at about $275,000 with nothing to show for it. Got a couple trucks, but nobody's driving them, So he's the owner operator now of his one truck, the other 2 sitting there. Renting, does not own the home. What are we talking about? What is happening with us where we're spending money as we make it without thinking anything about the future? And when I say the future, I'm not even talking about leaving nothing for our kids. I'm talking about in the event that something happens to you. In the event, especially business owners, that you're down for a couple of days or a week or a month, right? Some of you cannot be down for a month. It's all over. Your house is getting repossessed with your car. And it's serious. So this 50K is about your perspective and how you are spending money. Your perspective is holding you hostage to how you think about money, and how you spend money is holding you hostage to whatever lifestyle you have right now. I challenge you to think outside of the box. I challenge you to write down your goals, project to make more, figure out what it takes to get to that next level of income. But also make sure that you're not glorifying the wrong things. We're not glorifying someone who's always taking trips, because are they a travel agent and they're able to write it all off? Are they an influencer who's getting paid by sponsor ads and making money that way? Or are they just frivolous, right? I know some of y'all is cheap ticketing it up. Y'all sitting in the back of the plane by the toilet. Can't do it no more. Y'all are staying in a hotel room with 4 or 5 people. I ain't doing it. Barely want to do it with my own kids. And y'all traveling, and y'all on beaches, and y'all are living this lifestyle that people are saying, oh my God. But really, it's not in a way that I want to do it. Think about where you are right now, how much money you're making right now, what's holding you back. Is it debt? Is it the inability for advancement in your W-2 position? Is it the inability to translate your marketing into sales and actually make more money in your business? What is holding you back or holding you hostage to this amount of money that you're making? And why does it not seem like enough? Why is it not a lot? And then going back to the very beginning, I'm talking about your net. I'm talking about after the taxes come out, after the healthcare, after the IRA contributions, what's actually coming home in your pocket. If that number is $50K, you should be living large and taking charge. But as always, we have to continue to educate ourselves. We have to continuously make sure that we are protecting our mindset on anything, and especially our financial money mindset. It is something that is so important when you're if your greatest goal in life is just to own a car, is just to own a house. Some of those bare minimum goals, you have to think about how you deal with money. And a part of everything that I do with these videos, with my coaching program, with all of my clients and educating them and doing tax planning and things of that nature, it is all about shifting what you grew up thinking and how you grew up seeing people deal with money, and shifting that to a billionaire mindset. And I say that to just segue into this too. If you think $50K is a lot of money, stop talking about you're going to be a billionaire tomorrow. Focus on being 100,000 there today, okay? That's another thing with our money mindset. We want to jump out the gate and go crazy. So saying ridiculous stuff like it's just money has really, see, that is something huge. It's just money, or I'm going to make it, or, I worked hard for this, right? And you just spend it frivolously, it will keep you in a hole. I challenge any of you to book a business consultation with me. Let's talk about it. I will tell you how much money you have and what you can be doing with that money. And I will show you where you are lacking, where you should be investing more, and where you just going too crazy. I say it so often because I see so many people, their meals and entertainment budget is off the charts. I'm like, how are you spending $1,000 a week on food and drinks? Huh? Like, what are we doing here? But if you are interested in my coaching program, I promise you, in 12 weeks, I will continuously shift your mindset every single week. We will budget, we will set goals, we will set projections, and we will go through how to reach those goals in an allotted amount of time. I would love to work with all of you. I know some of you would be, hopping in my DMs and we go talk about it, we go debate about it, and I love that. But I challenge you today on this dreary Wednesday in Michigan to shift your mindset. Constantly think about what you're spending money on, what you could be spending the money on, and making sure that you have some investment income for sure. So I've seen people, the 50-30-20 rule. I've seen all of these different percentages of what you should be spending. But 20% in investment and savings is bare minimum, guys. Seriously, 20% of your income needs to be on investments and savings. If it is not, I challenge you to see what is eating up the biggest and largest amount of your budget, of your income. And I challenge you to continuously think about your money in the net form. After you've paid all your bills, after you've paid your taxes, after you've invested into your retirement whatever. Seriously, stop thinking about your gross. It's gone. That gross is gone. As soon as you make it, it's gone. Even some of y'all who just bought 15 lottery tickets, 700 million is gone. We're talking about the net after taxes, okay? So I just wanted to get on here. I wanted to have that conversation. I wanted to introduce that gross versus net. I wanted to make sure that we talked about shifting that mindset, and we talked about not glorifying things that don't serve us. And we actually talked about where your money should be getting spent. I challenge you and I invite you. DM me, let's talk about it. I would love to talk more about the coaching program. I would love to go over your budget or lack thereof with you. But let's dive in, guys. Let me know if you got any other, drop it. I'm going to post it on my page. Let's continuously talk about it. It's $50K. After all that I said, can it be doable for a lifestyle that has trips, has luxuries, and it has investments? I think so. Well, you guys have a great day. Hopefully the sun comes out and we are able to enjoy, a little bit more outdoor time. But this is a dreary day. So you need an appointment like yesterday, DM me. Let's talk about it. Look, I'm going to get you on my books. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. I love talking about what everybody else is talking about. So $50,000, is it a lot? Is it not? It was huge. It went viral on Twitter and was crazy on Instagram. So I had to bring it over to YouTube. Join me every Friday. I'll be dropping videos. We'll be talking about everything from taxes, business, finances, and I would love if you would like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Do you think 50,000 is a lot? See you next week.